Yo, what's up? It's your boy MMA Asphalt, and today I'm going to be breaking down PFL Challenger Series Episode 2. First, I wanted to do a quick recap of Episode 1, and my picks went 2 for 1. Carl Williams pulled through as an underdog, even though he had a last-minute replacement. I was high on this guy, even at the odds. Didn't make any sense to me. He was a 3-1 dog. With Popick versus Johnson, man, all my reads were right. The judging just kind of fucked me over in this one. I honestly think Popick did enough to get the win here. He did the more damage on the feet, and whenever Johnson got the takedown, there was just no damage, and it was a complete lame prey. What can you do about those ones? With Soto versus Davis, another last-minute replacement. So I guess I didn't really pick a side here. I kind of should have all went out on Soto, though, but it's easier in hindsight. That a flying knee was beautiful, and he definitely deserves to be in the PFL way more than Johnson. And then Juma versus Silveira. Oh, man, Juma showed up to fight that night. Wow, like, he did not look like a minus 1,000 at all. Everyone who took the Silveira to finish one bet was just sweating their asses off. But that first round passes, and then the second round, it's like, hold on, what's going on here? But he luckily pulls it off and gets the finish, and everyone's happy. So now let's get into PFL Challenger Series Episode 2. We got Nathan Pierce versus Chris Mixon. First with Nathan Pierce. Nathan uses his distance well, staying on the outside. Honestly, there's a lot to like about Nathan. Nothing really sticks out to me. Really, a controversial win over Gabriel Moto with him. He got dropped in the third round, but then gets back up. Kid obviously has some heart and is down to bite on the mouthpiece and move forward. He's been to the third round a few times, so you know he's got the cardio to survive. Then we got his opponent, Chris Maxon. Maxon is coming off an 8-fight winning streak in MMA, but he actually fought on Jorge Masvidal's bare knuckle league and got knocked out in the first round, which is pretty concerning. His stand-up is his bread and butter, but he'll put his head down and just swing for the fences. He got clipped like that in the Cedric Johnson fight twice. He's got a questionable chin for a young fighter, and that really worries me. For my bets for this fight, I'm going to be taking the doesn't go the distance. Both of these guys have questionable chins. This is just a sketchy matchup for me, but I love violence in this one, especially with all of Mixon's MMA fights ending in a finish. I think we're going to see violence. Then we got Carlos Leal versus Socrates Pierre. Starting with Carlos Leal, he's a 14-3, a pretty experienced record, and getting into the tape, he's a grindy wrestler. Controls you on the side of the octagon, just sucks the energy out of you. His striking is decent, but he knows what he's good at. He will always go to the ground. If anything isn't working with the striking, that's when he mixes in his ground game. Sits on top, rains him down with the ground and pound, and he's pretty good at it. Then we got Socrates Pierre. Honestly, I don't know where they're finding these guys. Pierre is 36 and did not impress me at all in his fights. Like, he's fighting easy opponent after easy opponent. This is going to be a huge step up in competition. He's very long and tall, though. He used those kicks to keep him on the outside. And he fought my fellow Native American Brock Weaver. And that was interesting. For me, for my bets, I'm going to go Leo all day. I'm pretty confident on this one. And then we got Danilo Taylor versus Mark Martin. Mark Martin's a great young fighter. He controls his range very well, almost always the aggressive fighter. And once he starts getting a hit a little, he'll shoot in for the takedown, which you gotta love. What worries me is that he's having these close decision wins over guys with negative winning records. Like, if you're having close fights with those guys on the regional scene, what's going to be when you step up to the big scene? Mark Martin I'm not getting good vibes from him. Then we got his opponent, Delano Taylor. His striking is decent, pushes the pace, very aggressive wrestler. He'll chain them and lock you up to the cage, keep you on there, and get you down to the ground, and then once he's got you down the ground, he searches for that finished. Doesn't just lay and pray, which is nice, and always looking for it. For my bets, I'm going to be taking the Danilo Taylor money line, or even if you feel like not picking a side, I feel like the over 1.5 is a pretty good spot. Both these guys are wrestlers. They could neutralize each other, and I just feel good about it going over 7 minutes, evenly fight matched. Don't think anyone's getting knocked out. I think this one will probably go to the judges. Then we got Jarrah Hussein Al Salawi. I 100% pronounced that wrong, but he's going to be fighting Michelle Lilly, starting with Al Salawi. This guy is as real as he gets. He had a scheduled match against the Hamzat Chimaev, but the events got canceled because of COVID. This guy's striking is legit. With a win over a current UFC fighter, Carlston Harris, this guy is special. He's had 3 losses on his record, but he's rematched 2 of them and won them. And I'm just surprised that another organization haven't been looking to sign this guy. He's going to have the major youth advantage here by 3 years and an inch of height. I just think this is a solid spot for him, and I'm hoping the books don't line him up as a minus 400. Then we got his opponent, Michael Lilly. This guy is a tank for the division, small but big upper body. He likes to get on the inside because he's usually at a reach disadvantage, throwing in heavy right hands. Once that plan doesn't work, he starts to chain in the takedowns. He's got a solid frame for it, but I'm worried about he's actually got submitted by Danilo Taylor, who's also fighting on this card, which will be interesting. For my bets, I'm going to be taking Salawi straight or even juicing up a little by taking him to finish. I like taking the doesn't go the distance in fights like this because it's the main event. Everyone's going to be gunning for that one single contract, and whoever pretty much gets the coolest finish will get the contract. It's just like Contender Series where they favor the finish over the actual fighter skills. Which, what can you do about it? It's a business at the end of the day, and yeah. Good luck, everyone, on PFL this weekend. Let's win some money and roll it into UFC Vegas 49. And if you watch this video to the end, comment something